Hi, I'm Renee Robbins. Let me tell you about one of our volunteers, Cheryl. She had everything in life that she needed, but what she wanted was a deeper connection with people in all circumstances. So volunteering with my organization, the By Name Project, took her way out of her comfort zone, dealing with people that a lot of us try to ignore. Homeless, mentally ill, folks who are just down on their luck. But today she has learned the names of all the individuals we serve and their stories. And now she leads other volunteers to help shine a light in our community.
Thank you, Renee. And you know, Cheryl is she's not alone here. We have more than 200 volunteer-based organizations. Good morning. I am Erica Williams with Sumter Economic Development, and I am absolutely delighted to introduce you to our team to let you know our incredible story of resilience, compassion, and service right here in Sumter, South Carolina.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Howie, and I work with the city of Sumter. I serve as one of the assistant city managers. COVID-19 has taken all of us out of our comfort zones for more than a year.
It did.
Now, as the 9th largest city in South Carolina, Sumter was one of the highest risk regions in the state for new infections last year. Now, but a year later, as a result of community-wide COVID care initiative, we have one of the lowest infection rates, dropping to 31st out of 46 communities. Now, this initiative included COVID care kits for 6,000 of our most vulnerable households.
That's right.
200,000 masks donated by members of our community. Backpacks with masks and sanitizer for our students. Commercial partners providing food for at-risk households and frontline healthcare workers. And free transportation to COVID testing and vaccine sites. Now, how did we do it?
How did we do it?
It was through the Compassionate City Committee.
That's right.
Which is an informal, ever-changing group of community members that collaborate to respond to various disasters. Dealing with floods and hurricanes, we've learned a few lessons over the years. And one of the most important lessons is to get out in front of the issue by including our community in the planning and response process. That's it.
That's it.
That's what the Compassionate City Committee is. It's a fluid group that brings various community members to the table to ensure our citizens' needs are met, regardless of the situation.
That's right.
Hi, I'm Keith.
Hey, Keith.
The Compassionate City Committee is the reason why my organization, Midland's Father Coalition, moved to Sumter. Working through the committee allows organizations like mine to connect directly with fathers and families who need our services. Better access to education, resources, careers, and more.
Much more.
Hi, I'm Matt. We work with anyone, regardless of their circumstances. At my organization, where I serve as construction director, we offer construction, shelter, food, clothing, utility assistance to those in need. The unique thing that I like is that if they don't meet our criteria, we have the connections to find them the resources. In fact, I brought a few of my volunteers with me here today. Let me tell you about Brittany real quick. As a young mother and wife, Brittany was involved in a terrible car accident that left her paralyzed. She could no longer do the things that most of us take for granted. Through our network, we were able to provide for her family a safer housing, which included a ramp, as well as connect her son to services at the Crossroad Children's Home and help her husband find a better job, partnering with the Midland's Fatherhood Coalition. As a family, they have built their resilience as they adjusted to their new way of life. One need that has become apparent over the years is housing safety. While our network assists citizens, they might learn about a leaky roof or a mobile home that doesn't qualify for government assistance. These needs have led to our Restore program. See, all too often we measure success by the numbers, how many ramps we built, how many homes we repaired, but the most important number is the number of lives we've transformed.
Transform lives. That's it. Transforming lives.
Hi, I'm Jerry. You know, kids are often some of the most vulnerable members in our community, and they feel the most helpless to change their situation. But for almost 90 years, the Crossroad Home for Children has provided resources, a safety net, and most importantly, a stable and safe place for children in need. We find out about the needs in our community through community engagement. We work with various community partners, whether it be teachers, law enforcement officers, and other community providers. You know, and from there, we try to create solutions for each child, from working with families in parenting classes or counseling to giving kids who need it a place to grow up. You know, as a provider, we don't always get to see the fruits of our labor, But sometimes children come back to visit, they come back to volunteer, sometimes they even come back to work. And when they do that, that helps us to provide hope to a new generation of children. And that's really success. It just can't be measured in numbers.
Good, Jerry.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Major James Sankler. The job of a police officer is to build relationships and make people feel safe. In Sumter, we're making policing proactive. For the last decade, we've shown another side to policing by actively participating in community-wide events and school reading programs, celebrating diverse holidays in the community, or visiting homebound seniors. Heck, our officers have even been known to join in a quick pickup game of basketball with our youth as they make their rounds through the neighborhood. Basically, our goal is to help our residents trust the uniform and not be afraid of it.
That's right.
We do this by actively training in sensitivity and diversity awareness. Following the death of George Floyd, our department engaged in conversations with our local historically Black college, Morris College, and a group of community faith leaders. What transpired was a community-wide walk for unity and a workshop for law enforcement agencies in the area to openly discuss strategic solutions for building trust in a diverse population for generations to come.
Generations to come. That's what it's about. Thank you, sir. You know, at the beginning of the 21st century, Sumter found himself with the problem. We were losing all of our manufacturers and going away also with our people, but we decided to focus on our number one asset, our people. How did we bounce back? Through STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Add an A for arts.
And you get STEAM.
STEAM-powered education programming is the foundation for Sumter's first high-performance charter school. I'm Dr. Khalil Graham, and we set out on the Hopes and Dreams Listening Tour in Sumter, 115 community meetings, and what we found was a community that yearned for a full-time STEAM school. Through direct engagement and a host of generous financial partners, Sumter's Liberty STEAM Charter School was formed, not just for our community, but by our community. And is opening this fall with 192 kindergarten and first grade scholars with eventual full-scale growth to K-12 education.
That's right, that's right. And you know what? It is that same collaboration and community engagement that gave birth to our award-winning East Steam Sumter Festival. Got my good friend Steamer right here. That's our festival mascot. You see, every year, this festival gives residents of all ages, all backgrounds, an opportunity to see, feel, touch, smell, dream about their future career opportunities while interacting directly with business and industry partners that make it happen daily. For example, participants get hands-on demonstrations with professionals about products used in a variety of international endeavors, like the Mars Perseverance rover. We are literally making products that are out of this world right here in Sumter, South Carolina. So now today, a variety of schools and businesses have adopted our STEAM curriculum in developing a talent pipeline that stands at the ready for technological advances. In the process, we are seeing an influx of large-scale manufacturers and other businesses that need these talents. In the last 9 years alone, we've added more than 4,000 STEAM-related careers to our economy. Now that is community resilience. We've shared some great stories, but this next group coming up, they need to tell you in their own words. Take it away, kids.
Here at ADM, students are offered the opportunity to take STEM classes such as robotics, prosthetics, programming, and much more.
One of my favorite STEM projects that I did here at Alice Drive has been SSCP. A few of my classmates and I formed a team, and our experiment went to the International Space Station.
Before STEM programming, school was not that fun. But now that we have STEM programming, we do lots more hands-on activities.
These hands-on activities are programming robots, STEM activities, 3D printing, and much more to enjoy.
STEM programming has helped me work as a team and improve my team working ability.
STEM programming has also given me and other students many opportunities that will help to open doors to scholarships and other college courses.
So one of the reasons that STEM programming is helpful when we move from school to the workplace is it's not just the programming itself, it's also a mindset that when you face problems or trials or tribulations, you can push through them and you can keep going until you find a solution or like a patch or something.
I agree. Well, like STEM is like
something is it's like very hard to do in like the early life. Like you have to, it's different jobs out here that you have to do that's part of STEM. You like get it? Yeah.
Yeah. And also by learning and exploring technology, STEM is creating educational opportunities for me and my classmates, and it's revealing employment right here in Sumter. This is going to be fun.
So you see, instead of dwelling on things that drive us apart, we're focusing on things that bring us all together. In everything we do, we strive to provide an environment of opportunity and inclusion for all. This is what makes us an equitable, resilient, and compassionate community. We are Sumter.